So the example of a base group assignment that I use is with my upland ecosystem management class. These are groups. It's a semester-long project. I give students the assignment the first day of class. I'll post the assignment on our MOOC website so you can see the level of detail or how much information I give students to set up the project. Students usually work in members group sizes of 3, and as I mentioned, they have to apply to work with one another. This process of having them write their cover letters to apply to work together, I think works fabulous because it also kind of emulates that experience of kind of applying for a job. And most students, at least in our program, by the time they've taken this class, their junior year, haven't really been taught how to write a professional level cover letter. In the project, students have to plan a field project. They have to present a plan for it before they start collecting data. They present that plan to myself and a graduate student who assists with the class. They're expected to go out and collect data, present their preliminary findings to myself and the graduate student to provide some feedback. So here's where I'm meeting periodically with them throughout the semester. They analyze their data and they have to present that data and they have to present that data in an oral presentation that I give them some guidelines on. These are conference level presentation. Students get dressed up for it. The guys wear ties, the women wear nice suits. It's very, very professional. And students turn in a technical quality paper the last week of class. It's very important, at least based on my experience and what I've learned from some of my mentors and colleagues who have used cooperative-based groups, is scaffolding is an important part of what we as instructors need to do if using cooperative groups. And scaffolding really requires us to take a big project, take this big base group project and break it down into smaller chunks and have them work on it one by one. So in my assignment, I give them, they first have to pick their group members, they apply to work with one another. That's the first kind of chunk. The second chunk is they have to think about their objectives and methods. They have to present those to myself and my graduate student. And we have to approve, we have to bless it. Very similar to how a STEM practitioner may have to present a progress report to an agency or a corporation in terms of how they're proceeding with a project. And then last is after they've been in the field, they've collected some data, is what kind of results are they getting and recommendations. So they present this to us after they've collected it, but before they've developed their presentation and technical paper. So by the time students give their presentations the last week of class, they turn in their technical papers. If they've been progressing through this in this manner, as an instructor, there's no surprises for me. Is that because I'm meeting periodically with them throughout the class, I'm managing the team, so to speak. Students have gotten a lot of feedback throughout the course on their projects, and I'm pretty comfortable with where most of them are headed. So here's kind of the first paragraph of the assignment I give to students, and again I'll post the whole one on our MOOC website so you can see how one might outline an assignment for a base group. And I'm very explicit with them in the first paragraph, is this is really an opportunity for them to learn the process of developing a habitat analysis and management plan. And this is a type of activity that natural resources professionals will be expected to do on the job. So having this experience in graduate school, emulating this working environment, not graduate school, as an undergrad, will be a key professional skill for them. And I tell them that the project requires them to plan a field study, which most of them have never done by themselves, acquire data to meet their objectives, interpret results, and make decisions based on their data. As the instructor, I have to say that one of the exciting things is every report's different. And the reason it's different is because they all have a different data set. And the recommendations that come out of their reports are extremely interesting, and they're different because it's based on different data. So I'll share that with you, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you planning your own base group assignment. So an example that some students do in this project is I give them an area that they actually work on. It's a 3,500 acre piece of state land, and they develop an analysis and management plan of this landscape for biodiversity or for white-tailed deer or eastern wild turkeys. It just depends on their interest.